is sold out. So just a little heads up, and we will let you know when this is sold out. So next up, we're going to show you this ring that I have on, and I love the cuff that goes with it. This one is called the Star Ring, and we have the cuff in small, medium, or medium large. Just so you'll know, they are somewhat adjustable, but I'll give you some measurements here in just a second. This is really just a bold statement in turquoise, isn't it?
It is, and the artist in here is Irvin Sosi. I've talked about him before, and so when you see this, he specializes in the star stamping, and he's coming out to be a master silversmith, especially working with all the bigger silversmiths that help them along the way.
I'd love that too, yeah. And it's important. They really do take a lot of passion in encouraging others to get into silversmithing and jewelry creation.
And especially making pieces like that with again, the most difficult, the stars all around the turquoise. So just imagine this big guy sitting here with a little hammer trying to stamp every single piece out.
Yeah, and getting it perfect.
Yes.
All right, so in this case, on our ring, you've got these beautiful beads. I love the fact that it's, do we have the same one on? No, I've got a beaded one on. Right? Oh, I do. Oh my gosh, they look almost identical. I was wearing a different one. Wait, look, this is so funny because they are, look at that. When you said star, I'm like, well, I'm looking at beads actually, but there you go. I'll put that one this side. Here we go. Now I got the right one. And I have the right cuff, so we're good. I got them both. Rewind, there we go. Well, they did look pretty similar, I must say. So there it is, there's the stars that you're talking about right there, and then it's matched around the cuff. We'll get to the cuff info in just a second, but the ring I have a little over 200. We have sizes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I jumped to 12. Size 11 is already sold out. And once again, this is Kingman Turquoise. Let's talk about Kingman and that relationship with the turquoise coming from Kingman.
We're very fortunate for the Kobog family to help us with turquoise from the Kingman mine. But again, that was for the blue water turquoise and the ceremonial turquoise. For the other turquoise that we usually get from them, the artisans are very thankful that they're getting this rough from the Kobog family.
Because again, it's very, of all the mines, and I know back probably when you were a little girl, there's a lot of turquoise mines here in the US. They're literally dribbled down to just a couple. And Kingman's the only big active one right now.
Yes, and so we're very thankful for Marty and his family for letting us go there as well.
Yeah, it's lovely. Now, when the artisans get the turquoise, are they interpreting it from what they get, or do they kind of have an idea before they actually get the pieces?
Some people have the sketches out, and others, kind of work around it. And I've seen artisans just will sit there, look at the silver or the turquoise and how they're gonna mix and match, or either how they're gonna perfect, the end point of it. And, you see little sketches, hanging on the wall and things like that. And so they got their ideas.
They do, yeah. Now, and I would think too, again, what I think sets Chaco Canyon apart from even other turquoise that we do here at HSN are really the massive sizes of the turquoise.
Yes.
I mean, they're substantial. These are big. Like, look at my earrings. I mean, you could see these from a mile away. They're beautiful, and they're still available, by the way, if you're interested. But you can see these are really large pieces, and most of the time, especially at $129.90 for a ring like this, you would get a little teeny little bit. I'm trying to, maybe just a cabochon that would be about that size would be a turquoise ring you'd find elsewhere at the exact same price. You wouldn't get these large cabochons, and they're very difficult to get large cabochons simply because Mother Earth determines that. All right, so here we go. We're about an inch. I mean, we're over an inch if you go from one star to the next. And then in the opposite direction, we are at, what are we doing there? Again, yeah, I mean, a little under an inch.
Yeah.
So it's just a really sensational ring. I do want to tilt it sideways so you can see it. Very, very comfortable. You can see, as Jennifer, you were mentioning earlier, they certainly do not skimp on the silver.
No, and especially with rings like that, everything has to be on point, and weighted, I guess you can say, on each side. The turquoise has to be a certain weight and size, and the way it is shaped. And so what they do is they have to have that perfected endpoint to what they on their end game, because they're teaching each other this specific type of cultural heritage, and so you're going to have you can't skip out on anything, and you can't tell them a different way to go out about doing things faster. You have to be on point on every single piece,
right? And or they wouldn't allow it.
Yes.
to go out, would they?
It'd be like a dishonor, you know, for the person who's teaching you. And so they'd rather teach someone else who will sit there and listen to them.
Right, right. Now, do you find, like, what is the most generations you've ever seen working on a turquoise at once?
Probably like a 3, almost a 4-generation family.
Really?
Because you have the younger kids, they want them to start young because they're like sponges, you know, you have them sorting out stones, you know, getting the eye for it, polishing something by hand, you know, just in case, and learning how to hammer out, stamp work. So teach them young.
Yeah, so you would see like very young, and then you've got the 21s that we're seeing in the pictures.
Yeah, the 19s and the 21s, they're starting younger and younger, which I'm glad about that because when I was that young, I wasn't even thinking about, you know, jewelry, making jewelry like this.
Right,
you
right.
know, for me, it was like someone who was like way up there, you know, kind of like the kingdom status because you couldn't imagine the styles, you know, back then, which were made like to be thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And again, that's very true to this day. I said it a couple times, but it's so true. Just if you can, it's a beautiful area. New Mexico is so gorgeous. There's gorgeous towns, but the turquoise is really expensive. It's just like, oh my gosh, Santa Fe, it's a fortune to buy a piece there. And you know what? You're gonna find all that kind of quality, that craftsmanship, the large size, the grandioseness of it in Chaco Canyon pieces. Like this is almost a cookie cutter look of what you can find in Santa Fe, all of the gallery individually handmade pieces. It's the exact same concept in Chaco Canyon. We just skip the high rent and everything else, and we skip all the fancy stuff out there, so it comes directly to you from these beautiful Native American artists. The ring, stunning. We're starting to get a little limited on sizes, but again, I want you to notice, I think this is great as a middle finger ring. It is substantial. I think as a pointer ring, that's pretty delicious to wear it that way, so you've got a couple options with this, and I believe it's very true to size. If you will, repeat you guys' or Chaco Canyon's guarantee on the rings specifically.
Oh, for the rings, if you're not comfortable with the ring size, or if you think that you want to, you know, get it size for you, what we will do for free is that we'll size the ring. You send it to us, we'll size it and send it back to you for free of charge. And especially that goes for whether or not a stone pops out or the battery goes out onto your watch.
Like a watch,
Or a free, what do you call it? A full service jeweler. There you go.
I love that.
You'll find us on Facebook and Instagram on Chaco Canyon Trading.
Chaco Canyon Trading, and that's important to realize because a lot of times when you're getting handcrafted pieces, they have to be very consistent for HSN standards. So if your size is your size, you're fine, but you never know. A lot of these are a little bit thicker. You might have to go up a half size, but I love the fact that they stand behind it and they will resize it for you. That's huge. So you don't have to worry. You can really go, hey, you know what? I'd love to own that ring. And you're like, I don't know if it's gonna fit on my finger right. You don't have to worry about it. You just get in contact with them and they'll certainly help you out figuring out how to get it back and be able to resize it for you. And that's lovely because there's a ton of companies out there that will not do that. All right, they just popped up my earring information. These are from last hour. We actually have these. It's a turquoise earring and it has a genuine, I think it's a garnet. Didn't we do, yeah, garnets on these, right? So garnet gemstones on the top. Which one are we doing? Which one are you doing? There it is. So do it right. Oh, wait, what? This side. Okay, there it is. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? So it's this huge slab of turquoise. It's a giant cabochon, and again, just a big amount of, very comfortable, by the way. And right there is this pretty little garnet that's a prong set at the top of the French wire. So a lot of you are asking because I slipped them on. Yes, they're still available. We have 5 flex pays, and we featured those last hour. And if you go to hsn.com, that's the way. To me, it's my best friend because a lot of these items are so very limited that if you're trying to get, i.e. the size in this ring, you want to go there, it's a couple of clicks and you've got it in your basket. You're ready to